Ever wondered if there are telltale signs that a woman hasn't had sex for a long time? It's a curious question, isn't it? One that might have crossed your mind in passing, or perhaps it's a topic you've seriously pondered upon. Either way, it's a subject that holds more relevance than you might initially think. Understanding these signs can be a key to unlocking better emotional understanding and relationship building. It's not just about the physical act, but about understanding the emotional and physiological changes that can occur during periods of sexual inactivity. It can be a window into understanding mood shifts, health issues, and even self-perception. But let's be clear, we're not here to judge or make assumptions. We're here to educate, to inform, and perhaps even to surprise. So, whether you're here out of curiosity or for deeper understanding, you're in the right place. Stay tuned as we delve into these 7 signs that may surprise you. The first sign is a sudden shift in mood. Now, let's dive a bit deeper into this. Hormones play a huge role in our emotional states. When a woman has regular sexual activity, the body releases hormones like oxytocin and dopamine, which are known to induce feelings of happiness and bonding. But when there's a lack of sexual activity, these hormone levels can drop, leading to mood swings. Think about it like a seesaw. On one side, you have these feel-good hormones, and on the other, you have stress hormones like cortisol. When sexual activity is frequent, the seesaw is balanced, but when it's not, the seesaw tips, causing a rise in stress hormones and a dip in the feel-good ones. This hormonal imbalance can manifest as sudden shifts in mood, from feeling down in the dumps one moment to being irritable the next. So if you notice unusual mood shifts, it might be a sign. The second sign is sleep disturbances. You might not know this, but regular sexual activity can actually aid in getting a better night's sleep. Without getting too scientific, it's all about the hormones. The release of oxytocin and serotonin during sexual activity can promote deep and restful sleep. Now think about the opposite. When a woman hasn't been sexually active for a while, she might not be getting that hormone boost. The result? She could be experiencing more sleep disturbances than usual. This could manifest as trouble falling asleep, waking up throughout the night, or even feeling tired despite sleeping for sufficient hours. It's also worth mentioning that sleep disturbances can lead to other issues like mood swings and increased stress, which we'll delve into later. So, if she's tossing and turning at night, it might be a clue. Sign number 3 is lowered immunity. Now this might sound a bit strange at first, but bear with me. Studies have suggested that there's a connection between sexual activity and a boosted immune system. Yes, that's right. Engaging in sexual activity can actually help your body to fend off illnesses. Here's how it works. Regular sexual activity can increase the production of certain antibodies that help your body to fight off infections. When these antibodies are at their peak, your body is better equipped to ward off a variety of common illnesses like the common cold or the flu. On the other hand, a lack of sexual activity can lead to a decrease in these antibodies, subsequently lowering your immunity, making you more susceptible to sickness. So if you notice that a woman is catching colds more frequently than usual, it might be an indication of a lack of sexual activity. If she's catching colds more often, it might be due to a lack of sexual activity. The fourth sign is a decrease in libido. Now this might sound like a paradox. If a woman hasn't been sexually active for a while, wouldn't she want it more? Not necessarily. It's a bit like the old saying, out of sight, out of mind. If sex hasn't been part of her life recently, her body might just adjust to this new normal. In fact, research suggests that sexual desire is not just a biological urge, but also a habit. If it's not part of your routine, it can slowly fade away. Moreover, a decrease in libido can also be a psychological response. The lack of intimacy can lead to feelings of rejection or inadequacy, which can further suppress sexual desire. So if you notice that your passion for the pleasures of the bedroom has cooled, don't panic. It might just be your body's way of coping with a dry spell. A decreased interest in sex could be another sign. Sign number 5 is increased stress levels. Now, we all have our fair share of stress. It's a part of life. But it's important to know that regular sexual activity can help in reducing this stress. It does so by releasing endorphins and other hormones that act as nature's stress relievers. Think of it as a biological stress ball. These hormones can create a sense of well-being and happiness while also helping to lower blood pressure and improve sleep patterns. It's a natural, holistic approach to stress management. So if you notice a woman who is usually cool, calm, and collected, starting to crack under pressure, It might be more than just a bad day at the office or a traffic jam. Her stress levels could be on the rise due to a lack of sexual activity. If she seems more stressed than usual, it could be a sign. The sixth sign is body image issues. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all had moments when we've looked in the mirror and wished for something different. But these fleeting thoughts can become a constant shadow for some women who aren't sexually active for extended periods. It's important to understand that our bodies are more than just physical entities. They are vessels of our identity, our experiences, and our emotions. When a woman doesn't engage in sexual activity for a long time, she may begin to view her body differently, sometimes in a negative light. She may start questioning her attractiveness or worthiness, leading to a distorted body image. This isn't to say that every woman who has body image issues isn't sexually active, but it's a pattern that's been noticed and worth paying attention to. Body image issues are complex and can stem from various sources. But remember, if she's suddenly more self-conscious, it might be an indicator. The seventh and final sign is changes in the menstrual cycle. While it might sound surprising, sexual activity can have a significant impact on the menstrual cycle. Regular sexual activity can help regulate hormones, which can lead to a more predictable and regular cycle. When a woman is sexually active, her body releases oxytocin, a hormone that can help reduce stress and anxiety. This is important because stress and anxiety can disrupt the menstrual cycle, leading to irregularities. In addition to oxytocin, sexual activity can also stimulate the production of estrogen, a hormone that plays a crucial role in the menstrual cycle. Higher levels of estrogen can help maintain a regular cycle and reduce symptoms of premenstrual syndrome, including mood swings and bloating. Therefore, if a woman is not sexually active for an extended period, it's possible that her menstrual cycle can become irregular, so sudden changes in her cycle could be a sign. In conclusion, these signs are not definitive proof, but rather indicators. They are like pieces of a puzzle, each contributing to a larger picture. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of signs that might indicate a woman hasn't been sexually active for a while. From mood shifts, which can be subtle, like a slight change in personality, to more noticeable changes like increased irritability, these signs are not always easy to spot. Then there's sleep disturbances, those restless nights that could be a result of hormonal changes or emotional distress. We've also discussed lowered immunity, a sign that might seem unrelated at first, but when you delve deeper, you realize that a lack of sex can indeed take a toll on a woman's health. Not to forget, decreased libido, a direct and perhaps the most obvious sign that a woman hasn't been sexually active. Then we spoke about increased stress levels, another sign that might not be immediately linked to sexual activity. But stress and sex are more connected than you might think. We also touched upon body image issues, a sign that can stem from a myriad of factors, not just sexual inactivity. Finally, we discussed changes in the menstrual cycle. While this is a more complex sign and might not directly indicate sexual inactivity, it's worth noting as it can be linked to hormonal changes caused by lack of sex. It's crucial to remember, though, that these signs are not foolproof. They could be symptoms of other underlying issues or simply a result of life's natural ebb and flow. It's essential not to jump to conclusions or make hasty judgments. Instead, approach the topic with sensitivity and understanding. Be open, be empathetic. Remember that each woman is unique, and her experiences and reactions to a lack of sexual activity may vary. So, tread lightly, folks. Remember, communication is key in understanding your partner's needs and feelings. It's not just about recognizing the signs, but also about creating a safe space for open dialogue and mutual understanding.